Today's tutorial is going to be the Emma in 5 inches and the Bernadette. The Bernadette, it's a good chopper layer. So I'm using, for the Emma, I'm going to be using this loop and this tail. I'm avoiding the second loop, and instead I'm going to use the Bernadette as a chopper. So let's get started. Grab our self-healing mat on the bottom. Here I'm going to put on my pumpkin print, which is going to be the loop, and then my tail for this one. And then I'm going to run it through my Sizzix Big Shot Plus. So I'm going to get my Sizzix plate. Here is my Sizzix Big Shot Plus, the one that is 9 inches across. We're going to roll this through. Okay, so now that we have this cut out, cuts it out super fast, super easy. So there goes our tail and our loop. Now we're going to use the Bernadette. So Bernadette is die number 1121, and we're using the big one. We're using this loop and this tail, okay? And that one's going to replace the other loop of the Emma, okay? So I have my velvet here, put that one here, and we'll use the big tail here. We're going to cover it up, and we'll roll it through our Sizzix Big Shot Plus as well. So here I'm going to roll it through. And now that it's cut out, we can assemble our bow. So we have this one here and our tail. Let's put you guys back down here. And let's make our bow. So here is a Bernadette. Here's the Emma in 5 inches. We're going to flip our loop over. I'm going to add hot glue to the middle. Bring these two towards the middle. They do not overlap. They're right next to each other. And we press down. So we look like this. So since this is faux leather, I like using BSI glue and hot glue. So every time I have a faux leather layer, I use BSI glue. If you don't want to use BSI glue, you can use Stick Fast. You can use the Gorilla one. You can use Loctite. I just prefer to use BSI. It doesn't have a smell, and the bottle lasts me longer than Loctite glue. So that's why I choose to use the BSI glue. So now that we have our big loop done and our tail, now let's do the Bernadette. So same thing here. We're going to add hot glue to the middle. Bring these towards the center. They're not going to overlap. We're just bringing them towards the middle. We press down. We're looking like this. This one has the velvet. There's no need to add BSI glue. If it was a smooth surface like this one, then I would use BSI glue. Since this is velvet, there's no need. We're going to add hot glue here. Put this loop on top of this one. And this is how it's looking like, the Bernadette. So now what we're going to do is, since this one is faux leather, I am going to use BSI glue. Here I'm going to put some BSI glue. Then I'm going to grab my Bernadette. I'm going to add hot glue back here. And I'm going to layer this one on top of this one. Make it look nice and fancy now. Look how cute. So now I'm going to bring out the pink as my center strip. So I'm going to add hot glue back here. Grab my pink center strip. I'm going to add hot glue here, hot glue here, hot glue here. Wrap my center strip all the way over. Press down. Go towards the back. I'm going to cut off what I don't need. And then it's ready to add our alligator clip. So since we're doing a 5-inch bow, I'm using an 80 mm alligator clip. I have my alligator clip already lined. I line my alligator clips with 1/4 inch girl grain ribbon, okay? And for an 80 mm alligator clip, I use 5.75 inches of 1/4 inch ribbon. Flip this over. We're going to add our hot glue back here. And I get my alligator clips from Treto.com as well. Put this here. We're going to press down. Make sure it's nice and stuck on there. We're going to make sure that this tab doesn't cover up the teeth. It doesn't. So we're going to add hot glue here. Open up our clip and put that in the middle. Hold down. I'm going to add hot glue to the middle of our alligator clip. Grab our 1/4 inch ribbon and bring that towards the middle. And then we're going to grab our X-Acto and we're going to rub it to make sure that the glue and then the ribbon, they're nice and stuck to each other. Like that. And our bow is done. So this one is the M on 5 inches, which is die number 82-5 since it's 5 inches. And then for the one on top, we did the Bernadette, which is die number 1121. So this is a good topper for 5 inch, a good topper for 4 inch, and a good topper for 3 inch. And this is the final look. Follow for more tutorials.